Let's be real about something. You really want to achieve it, but you feel failure. You tell yourself every day, you know what? I want to go after this thing, but if I fail, it's going to be embarrassing. People going to laugh at me if I fail at this, so I don't know if I want to put myself out there. Now, whatever that it is for you, you have to determine that for yourself. I don't know what your goal is. I don't know what your dream is. I don't know what that it is, but I will say this. As long as you feel failure, you will never give yourself the opportunity to succeed at it. So in this video, what I would like to do is encourage you to embrace failure as a step towards success. What's up, it's Gene, this word to be great. Embracing failure as a step to success is very important, because if you don't focus on failure as the last outcome permanent, but you see it as a stepping stone, then you have the confidence to put yourself out there to make that it a reality. You see, when I was in the corporate world, I had to learn this the hard way, because I had to take this exam. It was called a clinical exercise physiology exam. And they gave me about 1.5 years to do it. And I did like we all mostly do. I waited till the last minute. I procrastinated. So about 6 months into me taking that exam, I went and bought the educational materials to prepare for it. And when I looked at those materials, I knew I was in trouble, because everything I saw in there was nothing that I learned in college. This was an advanced material for somebody that already been working in the field as a clinician doing certain things about 10 or 15 years. I didn't have that much experience. So I sat down, I started studying for this exam, and I was afraid. And I went took it the first time and I bummed it. I failed it. It was bad. And I remember thinking like, man, I don't know if I can pass this test. And that fear of failure started getting a hold of me. I started saying to myself, man, if I take this test, I'm going to fail. If I take this test, I'm going to embarrass myself. But I also knew I had to pass that test. So I took the test again and again and again. And I got the same result. I failed. And I remember after the 5th time, my manager came up to me and she said, Gene, if you do not pass this test this time, we got to let you go, because you can't be here and you're not certified. So that just added more pressure to me. And my mom was already caught it like yours probably is, about focusing on failure. I didn't see any success. It was just all failure, failure, failure. And because I kept focusing on failure, that was always the outcome. So I knew I had to change my mindset. I said, Gene, you have failed on this test over and over again. But let's look at the steps that you learn that can help you get to success. So I started to realize that every time I took that test, there were certain equations in that test that I kept getting wrong. And so what I did is I backtracked. I looked at the areas that I can improve with those equations, and I kept working on them and working on them and working on them. And then that 6th time came for me to take the test. When I walked in there, I didn't focus on failing. I focused on succeeding. I told myself, I've looked at the stepping stones to my success. I looked at the areas that I can improve in. And when I took the test, I hit that submit button. I had finally passed it. You see, the only reason that happened is I changed my mindset. I stopped focusing on the fear of failure, and I started embracing failure as a step to success. And the dream that you have, the goal you have, the it that's inside of you that you want to achieve, but you tell yourself every day, I'm going to fail. And that failure focus is causing you to feel failure. And here's the thing. Yes, you will fail. You have to fail at something in life. That's the only way you can develop the confidence to start to be successful at it, because the more you fail, the more you allow yourself to improve, the more you realize that that failure was your step towards success. So whatever it is you're trying to do, I want you to look at it differently. I want you to look at the fact that I'm going to fail, but I also have an opportunity to see those failures as ways that I can improve so I can step towards success. Because if you don't do this, you will let the fear of failure keep you stagnant. You'll be afraid to go after the thing you want, and therefore you'll stay in one spot and you'll be stuck in stagnation for the rest of your life. If you're truly sick and tired of the fear of failure dominating your life and you're ready to take control of it, well, you can do so. All you have to do is tell yourself every day, no matter if I fail or succeed, that I am going to use that failure to improve in my life, because I know that failure is the step towards my success. So take that mindset. Go after your dream. Go after your goal, whatever that it is for you, because you are worthy to be great. If you like this video, I want to ask you to like and share this video. Also, subscribe to my channel, because it really will help my channel grow. And I also want to ask you to join my Word to Be Great newsletter. This newsletter is designed to help you build your self-worth, your self-confidence, and your self-esteem so you can realize your dream. So click the link below and join my newsletter today.